Hello, I'm Harvey Godwin Jr., Chairman of the Lumbee Tribe. To be recognized by the United States government is a solemn occasion. Fairly recognized tribes have a government-to-government relationship with the United States and are eligible for certain protections and services by virtue of their unique legal and political status as Indian tribes. The Lumbee Constitution has been ratified by the will of the Lumbee people, and under our Constitution, the Lumbee tribal government operates as a body. Since I took office, the Tribal Council and the administration have been working together to achieve federal recognition for the Lumbee people. Two key parts of our Constitution relate to our recognition efforts. Article 8, Section 1B, any ordinance imposing a tax or authorizing gaming in Lumbee territory shall be deemed to affect fundamental rights or interests of the tribe. Article 8, Section 1E says the tribal chairperson represents the Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina before all other governments and tribunals, including the United States, the state of North Carolina, and all federal and state agencies. As chairperson of the Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina, I have been committed to pursuing federal recognition by working with our North Carolina delegation and other members of Congress, Democrats and Republicans alike, through congressional action. My administration has worked with Republicans and Democrats to have our bill introduced in 3 different Congresses and actively lobbied Capitol Hill and the executive branch to secure what our people have been working towards since 1888. The congressional route is the superior and most effective choice because the reality is Congress created a statutory ambiguity when it enacted the Lumbee Act of 1956. That act requires us to work with our friends and enact the Lumbee Recognition Act, introduced in the House as H.R. 1964 and in the Senate as S. 1368, to amend the provision in the 1956 Act that prohibits the delivery of services and other benefits to our people. Only Congress can do this. Allow me to run us through the milestone events that have led us to where we currently are. This journey began in January 12, 2016, when I attended President Obama's State of the Union address as the guest of Congressman Richard Hudson, Republican of North Carolina. March 2016, met with Senator Richard Burr for the first time to discuss recognition. June 2, 2016, Lumbee Nation Economic Summit. Senator Richard Burr was the guest speaker. September 7, 2016, testimony before the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs regarding S-2285. January 20, 2017, tribal representatives participated in President Trump's inauguration parade in Washington, D.C. May 4, 2017, S-1047, introduced by Senator Richard Burr. May 11, 2017, H.R. 2352, introduced by Congressman Robert Pittenger. Co-sponsors include Representatives Richard Hudson, Sheila Jackson Lee, Mark Walker, and Don Young. May 25, 2017, Lumbee Economic Summit, sponsored by Senator Richard Burr. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper spoke and publicly endorsed the Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina for full federal recognition. July 1, 2017, meeting with Lumbee attorneys to discuss recognition strategy. July 24, 2017, meet with White House officials, including the tribal liaison in the Office of Intergovernmental Affairs, William Billy Kirkland, Navajo Nation member. August 11, 2017, H.R. 3650, introduced by Congressman Robert Pittenger. Co-sponsors included Representative Richard Hudson, Sheila Jackson Lee, Mark Walker, and Don Young. September 7th through the 9th, 2017, Lumbee Days celebration at the National Museum of the American Indian in Washington, D.C. September 9th, 2017, met with Department of Interior officials. September 26, 2017, testimony before the House Subcommittee on Indian, Insular, and Alaska Native Affairs with regards to H.R. 3650. March 28, 2019, H.R. 1964, introduced by Congressman G.K. Butterfield, Democrat of North Carolina, and originally co-sponsored by Congressman Richard Hudson, Republican of North Carolina. Current co-sponsors include Representative Dan Bishop, Republican of North Carolina, David Price, Democrat of North Carolina, Betty McCollum, Democrat of Minnesota, Alma Adams, Democrat of North Carolina, Don Young, Republican of Alaska, and Bill Timmons, Republican of South Carolina. May 8, 2019, S. 1368, introduced by Senator Richard Burr. June 20, 2019, initial meetings with Powers and Dentons law firms in Washington, D.C. Firms both agreed to represent the Lumbee Tribe on a pro bono basis. June 20, 2019, Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina Tribal Council passes a resolution, CLLR-2019-0620-05, in support of working with these two firms. September 16 through the 19th, 2019, bipartisan meetings with congressional offices and committee staff. September 16, 2019, meeting with the White House Office of Political Affairs. September 24, 2019, Senator Tom Tillis, Republican of North Carolina, signed on to Senate Bill S. 1368. December 4, 2019, testimony before the House Subcommittee on Indian Affairs with regards to H.R. 1964. December 12, 2019, letter from the North Carolina General Assembly leaders and members in support of H.R. 1964. Letter signed by Senator Phil Berger, Republican President pro tempore of North Carolina Senate, Representative Tim Moore, Speaker of the House, Senator Danny Britt, Representative Brendan Jones, and Representative Charles Graham. February 10th through the 13th, 2020, bipartisan meetings with congressional offices and committee staff. March 2020, COVID-19 pandemic strikes and quickly impacts the American economy and the work of the Congress. September 30th, 2020, the Lumbee Recognition Act, H.R. 1964, is favorably reported by voice vote by the House Committee on Natural Resources and sent to the House floor for further consideration. And just recently, on November 16th, the Lumbee Recognition Act, H.R. 1964, was unanimously passed on the House floor by voice vote and without any opposition. This was truly a bipartisan effort, and I want to thank Congressman Dan Bishop for all his help in championing this bill on the House floor. Now we have to go much further. That was just one step. Now we need the help of the four corners, who consist of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, to get the bill passed by the Senate in a way that is acceptable to the House. The final step on our long journey is for President Donald Trump to sign our legislation. One special note I'd like to make about Congressman G.K. Butterfield. He was the one that first introduced our bill, and he has been committed to the bill and to the Lumbee Tribe from the very beginning. And there are several reasons why. He orchestrated a very special moment for me and for our people when Majority Leader Steny Hoyer called me to say that the bill would be introduced to the floor the week of November 16th. Not only was it on the floor that day, it was also the first item on the agenda. Presiding in the House that day was Congressman Joe Kennedy III, Democrat of Massachusetts, the grandson of Robert F. Kennedy. There are three reasons why this is important. 1, Robert F. Kennedy. 2, Congressman G.K. Butterfield. And 3, Julian Pierce. G.K. Butterfield knows about the Lumbee and their past. He worked in Robeson County in the court system. He knows who the Lumbee are, and he was a friend of Julian Pierce. Julian Pierce, G.K. Butterfield, and Robert Kennedy Jr. all stood firmly against racism, discrimination, and injustice. And that is what this bill is all about, to right an injustice that has been perpetrated on the Lumbee people for over 100 years. And to those who have opposed us on our efforts, I can only remind them that November is Indian Heritage Month and Thanksgiving time. I would never criticize another tribe ordinarily, and especially in this time and in this month, which is important to the Lumbee people and all Indian people across America. But to the very few detractors to our efforts and our pending bill, I say that our people have been patient for over 130 years trying to right the injustice we experience every single day. For us, this is more than just about federal programs, jurisdiction, or land. This is about respect. Almost 600 other tribes share the special relationship with the United States that we are prepared to share, and many of them support our efforts. Perhaps no other Indian group has been more scrutinized, studied, and analyzed than the Lumbee. And as I speak to you today, I say it's time we end this madness and let the Lumbee people stand next to its sister tribes across America. I give you my word as your chairman that I will periodically update you on the progress of our bill as we go through the final steps towards passage. And let me say, may God bless America, may God bless you, and I hope that you have a happy Thanksgiving and a blessed holiday season. Thank you.